ITV. ITV, certainly the best.
A very beautiful afternoon to you and a Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining us on the news. I am Lawrence Osifo. President Bola Tinubu has renewed his pledge to safeguard religious freedom across Nigeria, assuring citizens that his administration is firmly committed to protecting people of all faiths from violence and discrimination. He emphasized that maintaining national security, unity and stability remains one of the government's foremost responsibilities. In his 2025 Christmas goodwill message delivered on Wednesday, the president stressed that his government will continue to uphold the constitutional rights of Nigerians to live peacefully, practice their faith freely and pursue their goal without fear. He noted that every citizen, irrespective of religion or ethnic background, deserves safety, dignity and equal protection under the law. The president noted that since taking office in 2023, his administration has continually assured Nigerians of its unwavering resolve to protect the country's security, cohesion and stability. Extending Christmas greetings to Christians in Nigeria and across the globe, the president offered prayers for lasting peace in the country, particularly among communities of different religious beliefs. He encouraged Nigerians to reflect on the teachings of Jesus Christ, whom he described as the Prince of Peace. Tinubu also advised citizens traveling during the festive period to remain patient and law-abiding on the road, while wishing them safe journeys to their various destination. Christians have been encouraged to remain steadfast in serving God and to continue acts of charity despite prevailing economic downturn in Nigeria. In his Christmas message, the Esama of Benin, His Excellency Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawari Benedion, extended his warmest greetings to Nigerians on the joyous occasion of Christmas. He said that Christmas is a sacred period that reminds everyone of the birth of Jesus Christ, whose life and teachings exemplify humility, sacrifice, compassion, and unconditional love for humanity. The revered Esama of Benin noted that the season calls on people to reflect on the shared values and unite them beyond tribe, faith, or social status. Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Usawari Benedion urged Nigerians to renew their commitment to kindness, tolerance, and unity, especially in a world that continues to seek peace and understanding. He reminded Christians that the true meaning of Christmas lies not in material possession, but in the love shown to one another and the hope inspired within communities. Chief Igbenedion encouraged everyone to extend a helping hand to the less privileged, offer comfort to the vulnerable, and support those facing hardship. He said that by so doing, Nigerians reflect the true spirit of Christ and strengthen the bond that makes society resilient and progressive. Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawari Igbenedion also offered prayers that the joy of Christmas fills every home and that the coming year brings good health, progress, and divine blessings. In honor of the Esama of Benin, His Excellency Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawari Igbenedion, widely regarded as the pillar of generosity and a champion of progress, El Excel Choir Benin City held a special 2025 Christmas Carol and 5-lesson service at the House of Igbenedion. Pius Nsowo reported that the performance led by the choir was a great delight to the Esama and his guests.
It was an evening filled with enchanting melodies and heartfelt performances. The patriarch of the House of Igbenedion, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawari Igbenedion, visibly elated, stepped onto the dance floor with remarkable elegance. 5 Bible lessons were read, with the most outstanding delivered by a middle childhood reader, Kimberly Paul Ofoni.
He took there with him Mary, his fiancée, who was now obviously pregnant. And while they were there, the time came for her baby to be born.
Kimberly Ofoni was not done yet, as she soon returned with mind-blowing tributes in honor of the Esama of Benin. This attracted resounding applause from the gathering.
Do you know that Edo is the cradle of black civilization, and that the word Benin was formed from the word Ubini by the Portuguese? Do you also know that there is only one Esama of Benin Kingdom? He is the father of the people, the only man who was able to bring tradition and the future, a trailblazer. Our father, who is known for his resilience, generosity, vision, and impact on humanity.
A homily delivered by Reverend Father Emmanuel Chekube on the essence of Christmas served as the symbolic icing on the cake.
They discovered the star and they went in search of the baby. And that tells us a lot about their level of attentiveness. And because they were attentive, they were able to follow the instructions of God through the stars. And the next thing was that when they eventually saw the baby, the first thing they did was that they knelt down and worshipped. And that is a sign of gratitude.
Melodies of honor and joy continued to fill the air as El Excel Choir kept the audience thoroughly entertained for the duration of the event. From Benin, Pius Nsogo, ITV News.
And all is now set for the 2025 ITV and Radio Christmas Igbadun, as preparations have reached top gear at the corporate headquarters of the station at the Glass House and Airport Road in Benin City, as Patience Osarugiwa brings in the report.
The venue for the 2025 ITV and Radio Christmas Igbadun has been transformed into a festive arena with canopies, chairs, and colorful decorations neatly arranged to ensure comfort and accommodate the expected large turnout of members of the public. The merry-go-round and children's fun section are also in place, adding color and excitement to the celebration, especially for young fun seekers. Members of the organizing committee, Mrs. Ella Brome, says all arrangements have been concluded to host a memorable event promising good music, exciting entertainment, and a warm Christmas atmosphere for families and fond lovers.
Bring your children, daddies and mommy, to come and enjoy themselves. If you love Jesus Christ, come and celebrate Jesus' birthday, which is tomorrow. You will catch a lot of fun. We have a welcoming gift at the gate. We have a lot of competition you will participate in, and you will win a lot of gifts. Please, daddies and mommy, we are expecting you.
Also speaking on the level of readiness, Mr. Larry Ozioma assures that adequate security and crowd control measures have been put in place to guarantee a safe and hitch-free event.
It's a family party, so everybody is invited. Whether you are a Christian or non-Christian, as far as you are a fun seeker, come to Glasshouse Airport Road and celebrate with us. It's a time set aside for you to have fun with your family, with your friends.
The ITV and Radio Christmas Igbadu is one of the station's flagship end-of-the-year events aimed at bringing the station closer to the public while spreading joy during the Yuletide season. The event is scheduled for Thursday, December 25, with a gate fee of 1,000 naira, and activities are expected to begin by 11 a.m. prompt. Residents and fun lovers are therefore encouraged to turn out en masse to celebrate Christmas in grand style. From Benin, Patience Osaugiwa, ITV News.
And currently, as we speak, the 2025 ITV and Radio Christmas Igbadun is ongoing at our corporate head office at Glasshouse Airport Road in Benin City. Do well to take your families there for the Christmas enjoyment. And moving on, in Borno State, where suspected Boko Haram insurgents have detonated an improvised explosive device IED at a Juma at a mosque in Gamboru ward around the customs area at the heart of Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. The incident occurred around 6:10 p.m. on Wednesday as Muslim worshippers were observing the Maghrib prayer. Although information on the incidents remains sketchy, as residents said that many worshippers were either killed or injured. However, the police public relations officer in the state, ASP Nahum Daso, said from preliminary investigation, 5 persons have been confirmed dead so far, while about 35 others were injured. The blast has already created fear amongst residents, especially within the Christian community preparing for the 2025 Christmas celebration. Security operatives have cordoned off the area to prevent further casualties and to allow preliminary assessment of the incident. And moving you now to Lagos, southwestern Nigeria, where a massive fire has broken out at the 22-story building of Great Nigeria Insurance House on Martin Street in Victoria Island in Lagos. This was disclosed by the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, in a situation report it shared. According to the report from the public safety officers at LASEMA, Olufemi Damilola Oke Osayin Tolu, the fire reportedly started from an apartment on the 4th floor of the building. It quickly spread to other parts of the floor, later reaching the 6th floor with rapid upward momentum. The number of casualties is currently unknown as firefighters' operations are ongoing. Emergency response team are on the scene, including LASEMA, LASG Fire and Rescue, Federal Fire Service, LNSC, Nigeria Police Force, Red Cross, and the LROU paramedics. Recovery efforts are also underway, and authorities have promised to provide updates as the situation develops. We move you now to Kano State, where the Kano State House of Assembly has been thrown into mourning following the death of 2 of its members on Wednesday. The deceased lawmakers are Honorable Aminu Saad Ungongo, who represented the Ungongo constituency, and Honorable Saki Aliyu Daneji, who represented the Kano municipal constituency. The death of Honorable Ugongo was first announced by the special advisor to the governor on information, Ibrahim Adam, in a post on his verified Facebook page. Barely an hour later, the passing of Honorable Daneji was also confirmed by the director of media at the Kano government house, Sanusi Baturi Dawakin Tofa. The near simultaneous death of the 2 lawmakers shocked colleagues, government officials, and residents of the state, with condolences pouring in from across and beyond Kano State. As at the time of filing in this report, details surrounding the circumstances of the deaths remain unclear. Both lawmakers were serving their constituencies at the Kano State House of Assembly until their demise. And the federal government has filed 16 alleged money laundering charges to the tune of 1.14 billion naira against the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN, and his son, Abubakar Abdulaziz Malami, before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Also listed as co-defendants in the suit is Hajia Bashir Asabe. According to the charge, the government is accusing Malami, his son, and others of being involved in the laundering and concealment of 1,014,848,500 naira, allegedly traced to a commercial bank. In the 16 charges, the Nigerian government alleged that between July 2022 and June 2025, within Abuja and the jurisdiction of the court, the defendant procured Metropolitan Auto Tech Limited to conceal the unlawful origin of the money. The charge alleges, in part, that the defendant used the company as a front to conceal the origin and movement of the funds, an act the government says constitutes money laundering under the Nigerian law. The alleged offense is said to be contrary to Section 21 sub C of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and punishable under Section 18 subsection 3 of the same act. The 16 charges revealed how Malami allegedly engaged the Metropolitan Auto Tech Limited to launder the funds. Malami served as Attorney General and Minister of Justice from 2015 to 2023 under the administration of late former President Muhammadu Buhari. And to business news, where the federal government posted a fiscal deficit of 2.66 trillion naira in the second quarter of the year, according to the Budget Office of the Federation. Data contained in the second quarter and a half year 2025 budget implementation report by the BOF noted that the deficit was financed through the domestic borrowing in the quarter under review. The total federal government revenue was put at 5.97 trillion naira, while expenditure peaked at 8.63 trillion naira, resulting in a deficit. According to the report, the federal government continued to prioritize and meet its non-discretionary expenditure and requirement, even as the budget execution continued to suffer setbacks due to poor but improving revenue outcomes. In the second quarter, oil production averaged 1.68 million barrels per day, below the budget benchmark of 2.12 million barrels per day. With revenue implication, aggregate federal government revenue stood at 5.23 trillion naira, of 58.45% of protracted targeted between April to June 2025. Oil revenue stood at 1.50 trillion naira, representing 28.50% of the revenues, but fell short of the target by 71.50%. Non-oil revenue stood at 8.90 trillion naira, representing 85.60% of the total revenues, exceeding projections due to improved CIT, VAT, EMTL, and education tax TED fund. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, said that despite the fiscal pressure, the government prioritized capital investment, highlighted by the imperative to strengthen domestic revenue mobilization and ensure fiscal sustainability. And on entertainment news, where the founder of the Mountain of Liberation and Miracle Ministry, Pastor Chris Okafor, has strengthened legal action over claims that he is the father of the ladies identified as Chidera Okafor. In a now viral conversation with social media commentator Martin Sote, popularly known as Very Dark Man, Chidera claimed that the Lagos-based cleric is her father. She alleged abandonment by the preacher. At a press briefing, Pastor Okafor's lawyer dismissed the claim, describing them as damaging, misleading, and unacceptable. They demanded the immediate retraction of all false, defamatory, and misleading statements published online or elsewhere concerning their clients, followed by an apology in 2 national dailies and a copy of the apology to be sent to the appropriate authorities, cessation and desistance from further preventing or implying any familiar relationship with our client, and challenge the impostor to avail herself and her siblings for a DNA test in any choice health facility in the absence of the prior DNA certificate. Pastor Okafor's lawyer also asked for the removal of all content that falsely associates him with the claims of paternity or abandonment. During the conversation with the very dark man, Chidera had claimed that the preacher mistreated her while she stayed with him. Meanwhile, Pastor Chris Okafor recently remarried, tying the knot with his heart's desire, Pearl, at an event attended by family members, friends, and well-wishers amid a series of allegations by Nollywood actress Doris Ogala. And now to the exciting world of sport, where Manchester United forward Amad Diallo's composed strike gave holders Ivory Coast victory over Mozambique in their 2025 African Cup of Nations Group F opener in Marrakesh, Morocco. The Elephants, aiming to become the first defending champion since Egypt in 2010 to retain the title, squandered a succession of first-half chances against opponents ranked 60 places below them at 102nd in FIFA's ranking. Ahmad provided relief for MS Faye's side 4 minutes after the restart, capitalizing on static defending to meet Frank Kessie's knockdown with a cool low finish that arrowed between Sunderland defender Reynolds' leg on its way in. On other games, Riyad Mahrez double helped Algeria to the dominant victory over the 10-man Sudan in their 2025 African Cup of Nations Group E opener in Rabat, Morocco. Karl Eta Eyong's early strike gave a 5-time champions Cameroon's victory over Gabon. In the 2025 African Cup of Nations Group F opener in Agadir, while 2 goals deep into the second half at a time, gave Burkina Faso a stunning comeback win over 10-man Equatorial Guineas in Group E at the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON in Morocco. And that's the size of our package on the news for noon. I am Lawrence Osifo, thanking you for watching. From everyone here, do have a beautiful afternoon and a pleasant, merry Christmas ahead of you. We'll now go back to the 2024 Christmas Ibadan program airing on ITV. Good afternoon.
ITV, certainly the best.